broke down communication into 3 stages, and we propose that we go to the stage 2 only after you clear the stage 1, and you go to the stage 3 only after you clear the stage 2. My name is Dr. Shunichi Nakagawa. I'm an assistant professor of medicine and a director of inpatient palliative care service at Columbia University Irving Medical Center in New York.
Hi, my name is Emily Liu, and I'm an assistant professor in the Division of Nephrology in the Department of Geriatrics and Palliative Medicine at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai.
The title of our article is a 3-stage protocol for serious illness conversations, reframing communication in real time. The purpose of this article is to give clinicians some algorithmic framework which they can use when having difficult conversations with the patient who has serious illness. This 3-stage protocol can be used by all learners, including trainees or specialists who have not had formal communication training in the past.
In stage 1, we focus on establishing a shared understanding of the patient's medical condition in order to reach our overarching goal, delivering the prognosis. To do this effectively, we begin by setting the stage. This means preparing in advance, and perhaps most importantly, ensuring communication amongst members of the medical team prior to the conversation so everyone is on the same page. Once we are ready to have the conversation, we open with an invitation statement, making sure that we have the patient's permission to continue. Next, we summarize the medical condition following 2 key rules, the 2-minute rule and the 50% rule, which together ensure that we speak succinctly and allow time for the patient to respond. At the end of the summary, we deliver the prognosis, bearing in mind that the prognosis can consist not only of time, but also of functional status and unpredictability of the disease trajectory. Finally, we anticipate emotion from patients and families and must take time to respond before moving on to the next stage.
The goal of stage 2 is clarifying goals of care. This stage is most crucial in our protocol, yet this part is missing all the time. We cannot emphasize this more. The questions we need to ask here is, okay, with knowing your medical condition, what is most important for you? What are you most worried about? What makes your life meaningful? Well, you can ask like, tell me about him. What kind of person is he? We need to let them talk and listen carefully. Subsequently, we summarize something like, okay, it sounds like what is important is to be as comfortable as possible and to spend time at home. If we are able to summarize this way, we clear the 2nd stage and we go to the 3rd stage.
In stage 3, we negotiate the treatment options. Using the information we have obtained from stages 1 and 2, we must carefully weigh the risks, benefits, and potential consequences of each medical intervention. This allows us to come to a goal-concordant recommendation such as, the best way to reach your goal is hospice care, and when you get sick, we would focus on comfort rather than trying resuscitation. How does that sound to you? It is particularly important to avoid yes-no questions, such as, do you want chemotherapy? Or do you want dialysis? Or do you want to be DNR? Because these questions do not provide a recommendation and can cause further distress and confusion for the patient. By following these stages 1, 2, and 3 sequentially, we are thus able to navigate serious illness conversations with greater ease.
Probably the most common pitfall is we skip stage 2 and go directly to stage 3 after stage 1. This 3-stage protocol can be applied to any sorts of difficult conversations at any point in the disease trajectory. We found this approach very helpful, not only when we lead the conversation by ourselves, but also when we teach communication to trainees and give them feedback. We hope you read our article. Thank you very much.
We hope you found this presentation from the content of our website valuable. Our journal's mission is to promote the best interests of patients by advancing the knowledge and professionalism of the physician community. If you are interested in more information about us, our homepage is www.mayoclinicproceedings.org. There you'll find access to information for our social media content, such as additional videos on our YouTube channel or journal updates on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter. More information about healthcare at Mayo Clinic is available at www.mayoclinic.org. This video content is copyrighted by Mayo Foundation for Medical Education and Research.